Christchurch, folks. We're now travelling outside of where the medieval city walls once stood. And coming up on the left hand side behind that black railings is St Patrick's Park. And just beyond the park on the left hand side is the largest and also the oldest church here in Ireland, St Patrick's Cathedral. There's been a church of some description on this site since 450 AD, and according to tradition this is where St Patrick baptised people. And because St Patrick's was built outside of the medieval city walls and Christchurch was inside, there's been great rivalry between the two cathedrals for over 800 years. Christchurch is the Dublin Diocese Cathedral and St Patrick's is the National Cathedral of Ireland. So stop number 11 for St Patrick's. Folks, as we leave stop number 11 here at St Patrick's, if you look to the left hand side behind that little black railing there's a statue, and his name was Sir Benjamin Lee Guinness, and he was a great grandson of Arthur Guinness. And in the 1870s he poured a huge amount of his own money into the restoration works at St Patrick's Cathedral. And if you look at the statue there, some might say he's looking at the bill, saying how am I going to pay for all of this? This narrow section of roadway is St Patrick's Close, and just beyond the little graveyard on the left is the entrance to Dublin's oldest library, Marshall's Library. Inside you'll find cages and books attached to the walls, and the purpose of the cages was that if you wanted to read a book at Marshall's back in the 1700s, you went inside and the librarian would lock you inside a cage to read your book that was attached to the wall by a chain. And the reason for this was that they didn't actually trust the people of Dublin to return those library books when they finished reading them. Libraries aren't like that anymore though, it's just razor wire, lasers and tasers. Right hand side then, the red brick building is the deanery of St Patrick's Cathedral, and the most famous dean who lived here was Jonathan Swift, and he wrote the book Gulliver's Travels. And when he first wrote it, he never intended it as a children's story. He actually wrote it as a political satire, describes it as a gloomy view of mankind. In another story, Jonathan Swift went on to say that all the children of Dublin should be fattened, boiled alive and eaten, as a way of solving the problems of the poor. And some might say he was ahead of his time. I was telling you guys about Jonathan Swift there before we passed the last junction. We passed by the school there, St Patrick's Cathedral. Turning left, folks, we're now en route to stop number 12 for the Teeling's Whisky Distillery. Teeling's was first established here in Dublin by Walter Teeling in 1782 at Marylebone Lane. And Marylebone Lane in Dublin at that point was part of the Golden Triangle of whisky distilleries. But sadly the craft of whisky distilling declined here in the city, and this was due to two main reasons. The first was in the late 1800s the Catholic Church became involved in the temperance movement, and the aim of the temperance movement was to promote a clean way of living amongst Irish citizens. Also, when we had the Prohibition era over in the United States in the 1920s, which banned the sale of alcohol, this had the knock-on effect here in Ireland of putting a huge dent in our largest export market. But luckily the craft of whisky distilling has been revived. When brothers Jack and Stephen Teeling, descendants of Walter, opened a brand new distillery here back in 2015. So Teeling's over there on the right hand side, or left hand side even. Dublin's first brand new whisky distillery in 125 years. It's a fully functioning pot still distillery. Guided tour there, you'll get to see the whole distillation process, and you'll also get to sample some of Dublin's finest whisky. So stop number 12 for Teeling's. This area of Dublin that we're in at the moment, folks, is called the Liberties, and it gets its name because back in medieval times it was located outside of the city walls, so the residents were at liberty not to have to pay any tax. But because they were outside the protection of those city walls, they were also at liberty to being attacked. area of the Liberties that we're in at the moment, folks, is called Pimlico. And a curious incident actually occurred here on June 18, 1875. In Old Malone's Malthouse, where some 5,000 barrels of whiskey and other spirits were being stored, a fire broke out and spread quickly. Now, livestock would be common in the city at the time, guys, and the sound of squealing pigs fleeing added to the chaos, but they also done the really valuable job of alerting the residents to the fire, so the evacuation went pretty smoothly. And when the flames reached the wooden casks holding in the liquor, they burst open, and this sent a burning river of alcohol flowing through these streets. The flow measured 2 feet wide, it was 6 inches deep, and stretched on for over 400 metres. And in all the commotion, a crowd quickly gathered around the river of whiskey. According to a newspaper report at the time, vessels such as caps and porringers were in great requisition to scoop up some of the free alcohol. And disgusting as it may seem, some fellows were even seen to take off their boots and use them as drinking cups. And as a result of the fire, some 13 people were understood to have died. But nobody died from smoke inhalation, and nobody died from the flames. Every person that passed succumbed to alcohol poisoning from drinking freely of the undiluted whiskey. The right hand side once again is St. Patrick's Cathedral, and the front door there, you'll notice, is painted in the colour blue, and that particular shade of blue is called St. Patrick's Blue. And believe it or not, St. Patrick's Blue is actually the national colour of Ireland, not green. But don't worry folks, it gets worse, because St. Patrick wasn't even Irish. He was Welsh. He was kidnapped from Wales by Irish pirates in the 5th century and taken to Ireland, where he was kept as a slave, looking after the livestock.